hello there, viewers watching from different places and time. My name is Adrian, Mugah, and welcome to Gamers Talk Show. And today I'm joined with our guest. We have the first lady here, we have Karma, we have Queen Buyu, then we have the one and only Mr. Dennis. So today's topic we are going to base on some of the decisions that one can make that will bring eternal regrets. And we are going to angle on career decisions, love decisions, and also friendship decisions. So I'm going straight to our first topic. And also be sure to leave your comment on the comment section and tell us what you think about this topic, what you think about these gorgeous people, and also what you think about gamers. So straight to our first, we're going to base on now career decision. And maybe if I start with you, Mr. Dennis, what are some of the decisions, or rather to your own perspective, decisions that an individual can make in order to evade these eternal regrets?
According to me, I would say based on careers, first, before choosing a career, you need to do some research on that career, the particular career you want to base on. Because after all, it's something you are actually going to invest your time and energy, because it's going to impact substantially on the better part of your life. So you have to do some reconnaissance, some research on whether, if you think really, if I choose this career, is it going to work, or is it going to create an impact in the society, and is it also going to favor me as an individual? You don't want to force yourself into something that you won't enjoy by the end of the day, So I would say that you first have to make some research, and then after making that research on the particular career you want to pursue, then you can try it out. You need to look at the skills. Do you have the skills of that particular career you are thinking about, or you want to pursue? Then do you have the competence? Do you have all that it takes to undertake when you get into that career? So by the end of the day, you don't want to stop or to break down on the way. You don't want to cause havoc, or like jeopardize the whole thing. So according to me, that's the belief that I have in that particular subject.
Okay, what about you, Queen? What do you think about all these career decisions?
Okay, the career decisions. Actually, first of all, I'll agree with him about the research. And also another thing is the passion. When you have passion towards something, actually you're going to enjoy it. No one is going to force you, and no one is also going to follow you around. So after you've researched on what exactly you want to do, and then if that is your passion, first of all, you get the passion on what you want to do, and then you do the research on how it works, and maybe if there's some skills that you need to add on it. And then another thing, I also believe in the calling. You cannot do something that you don't enjoy. Like, let's say, for example, you're going back to school and then your parents tell you, go and do this. When your mind is not there, actually you won't do it. You do it for the sake of your parents, but you're not going to enjoy it. Your career is something that you should enjoy. Something that you're going to sacrifice your time doing something and then you're not enjoying it. It's something that it's not good yourself. You're getting troubles every now and again. So to me, it's the passion, and also you need to know if it's your calling. The calling is something that you just enjoy naturally. If it's doctoring, then you say I really enjoy this. To avoid accidents in the future, or to avoid so many inconveniences because you just did it for the sake of people pushed you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I have some questions about your point, but before we get to that, let me hear from Karen.
On career decisions, at some point it can be unsurmountable, but it is because in the first take you're gonna be like, do I want to do this? But unless you hit down your points and say this is what I want to do, you should check on the fact that you should also need to examine yourself. At the same time, you should also circumstances. Sometimes maybe you want to eat, so you do it, but you can't. But the same way you said, parents can tell you do this, but you can't do this because you're not passionate in that sector. But due to circumstances, you have to follow the opt that they are telling you. So by the time you're progressing is when now you have to, let's say, accept it, and then maybe later on go on what you had why or in the first place. And at a point it actually can be frustrating, honestly speaking. But eventually it gets better. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is actually you have also spoken the same point. So maybe let me get me to understand. Suppose maybe this individual whose parents are forced maybe to do a specific career, right? And maybe in relation to passion, this person has been told to do specific career, but he or she doesn't have any other choice. So how is it going to be? The life, the decisions, like everything. How is it going to turn out, starting from you?
I feel like there's one thing called acceptance. You literally know a parent is not dumb to tell you do this, and let's say that actually both parents agree that you're supposed to do this. They're not dumb to tell you that, but at first you feel like no, they're telling me this because they don't care, something of that sort. But you have no choice. You have to do it eventually, and it gets better. I said that at first. Why am I saying this? Because you're doing a career for like 6 years or more, or 5 years maximum, minimum. So you can't tell me in the long run you're not gonna accept it. But let me tell you, there are two different kinds of people. They're gonna accept it and proceed with it. And there's others who are gonna literally drop out. And dropping out now is the worst of all, due to the fact that the parents are like, you will let us down, and now you have to maneuver yourself through other things. And without the resources, you can't. So I feel like you're supposed to like accept it, because the resources at that time, you just do it for the time being.
But don't you think all this will be time consuming?
It will. Unless you decide, you know, it's in a choice. I have to. Like for example, in high school, we imagine going to, let's say, Alliance State House, but you were thrown in some school in Kerugoya or Embu, and you're like, you know what? You have no choice, because that's where you've been placed, and it's actually good and it's county, but you can't get out of it. But you have to accept that, yes, I'm being bullied, I'm going through all this, I'm passing, I'm excelling, but you have to see the bright side of it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Parents know what they're saying. A 45-year-old or a 36-year-old cannot just tell you do this. Maybe they have plans for you, but it depends on how you take it.
Okay, what about you, Queen? What's your view on this?
You know, first of all, at the end of the day, life has to move on. Whether you accept it or you don't accept it, the choice is also yours. You can also do it, just as she said, to please your parents. Another thing, you can take it, you yourself, you need to sit in a place and have a meeting with yourself and then tell myself that if this is what my parents want, and me, I don't want it, regardless of time, you know, time is our worst enemy if you don't use it correctly. So in order also to avoid wasting a lot of time, because your friends will be ahead of you and all that, you'll be like stagnant there doing nothing, you have to research also yourself. First of all, you accept. Another thing you do on research, like, I want to work, and if this is it, I have no choice and I have to do it. You don't have to give up, like saying I'm not going to do that, because that is the worst thing ever. Because you remain there and you won't achieve anything. So it's better you accept it, and then have a meeting within yourself and then say, this is what I want to do. And then research. Like, if this is the career I've been chosen for, like, I want to do this. So you find, you can also research, look for other people that have done it, ask questions like, how did you do it? You know, find someone, talk to someone, a good friend can advise you well and tells you, if your parents say this, then this is what you need to do. If at all you have a good friend. Because good friends want best for you. Others will just tell you, oh no, don't listen to them, do what you want to do. No, those are bad friends. Your good friend will tell you, like, if your parents have chosen this, they're not stupid to give you that one. Me, I think we need to do this. Oh, look, also, after going there, look for a lecturer, people that have proceeded, people that have made it out of that career. If you're that person who is wise and someone that respects the parents, you don't want to offend the parents in any way. Pia inaweza kwenda kufinya, yes, but you know, something might struggle, like, if my parents tell me this, there's something behind it. Yeah, that's
okay.
All.
I now get the point, but now let's face it, Mr. Dennis, these are ladies, okay?
Yeah.
Well, according to you, come on, boy, you are all man.
Yeah.
Maybe you had chosen to do a specific career, but maybe your dad or mom is differing with everything you're trying to do. So what decision do you take? Are you going to follow all these and maybe spend all your time doing it, or you're going to divert?
Well, in that perspective, I can't help but to observe that there is an aspect of trying to keep a family reputation in one way or another. They are trying to make me not get out of the way. But at the same time, I want to keep the relationship working with my parents. At the same time, I want also to keep my interest. So by the end of the day, you know, in the near future, or even in the better future, your parents will always live. You know what I mean? Maybe you pass away or whatever, and you'll be left living. So you try to figure out a way to come back to normal. It's going to be a little more technical. So what I would say is that just buy the idea of them, work on that career that they want you to work on. Then with the time, maybe you now opt to the career you've always wanted. You can figure things out. I mean, you know, you can establish something, then you can quit the other job. See if you are doing some other job, you can quit, then you can venture into what you've always wanted to do. I think that is the only way to, you know, to keep it neutral.
Okay. Now that's a bigger point, because understanding career may bring about something because now you're dealing with your life, right? Yeah. And adding to your point, I think maybe when making decisions in terms of career decisions, the one basic thing that everyone must know, maybe an individual outside there who maybe is struggling on making decisions based on career choices, the first thing this person should do, and all of us have even said it, is I'll just say it in this way, maybe devise a plan and don't set something on one trajectory, right? Try to draw a bigger plan, try to look onto something wider, because if you're going to dwell on something, then that means you're going to have a fixed mindset. And mindset always gives inapatiana direction to everything. Kama uko na fixed mindset, unapata maybe you're limited in terms of your thinking capabilities on decisions to make. Hadi unapata at the end of the day you fall. Simple. So basically, checking on career decision making is very, very key must to everything you do, because it will determine what you do in future. And maybe those people watching outside there, they must understand that saa zingine hata kama maparo wamekukalia humu and they force you to do some things and maybe saa zingine hata hutaki kufanya venye nyingi ladies zimesema sijui kama inakuwa common kwa boys ama, because me I feel it kama si common kwa boys, inakuwa tu common kwa madem, right? I mean it's common to
no,
all
I
gender.
disagree. It's common.
Why?
Because actually my brother, let me talk out of what I saw, what I've witnessed. When my brother finished high school and then he was to join university, and then there's this course that he wanted to do, and that is law. But now my mom said, how? No, it will take a lot of time there and all that and what, there's so many things that, and my brother was like, no, this is what I want. Because actually he enjoys everything. At times when people are in court, it's fine him sitting there, you know, following up, doing research, meaning it's what is there in his mind. He feels so much passionate towards that, and he feels that is what he wants to do. So my brother was like, how? And then he was told, medicine. So first of all, he had to reset his mind and told himself that this is what I wanted, but now it's not there. To keep the bond, to keep the relationship, so that you don't disobey your parents, because we need our parents' blessing. Something that most people ignore, but it's very important. Parents' blessings, very, very important. So he resetted his mindset and said, this is what I wanted to do, but now I won't do it. To maintain the bond, the love, and the peace in the family, I have to do this. So don't say it's common to ladies.
But there's this thing about the rebellious gender. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it can be, I don't know, I feel like it's the ladies who are like sort of rebellious.
No.
For me, like we're rebellious silently. Like now as we cause tantrums or gonna cry, we're gonna stay.
Obviously, I'll be
We're gonna feel bad
shed
about
tears.
it.
I'll shed. I'll cry because it's painful. It's
Yeah,
not what
it's
I
not what you
wanted. But I won't fight my parents.
You can't fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you can convince them. You can try sitting down. You can reason.
Let me just get this straight. So basically, maybe to you ladies, when you're making decisions, at some point you have to involve your parents.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're making this, we're ladies. Because we're girls.
We're making her understand. You just ask questions like,
Hey.
how did you do it? Because I'm also a lady and soon I'm growing and I'll become a woman. I don't want to make mistakes that will offend my offspring and all that, and my generation will just go down like that because I wasn't prepared by my mother. As a woman, as she is, I have to talk to her. I have to tell Mom, did your dad do this to you?
Mm-hmm.
And me, if I told this is what you can't just teach me how to do it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Maybe in the case where maybe a parent didn't make it to a higher education level, right? Or maybe your parent was an undergraduate, maybe graduated at the full level, maybe primary level. So how are you going to make decisions to involve this parent who actually just provides for you, maybe gives you money for school fees and everything, and this parent asks you, utafanya course gani hapa nje? So how are you going to cooperate with the parents? Maybe anataka kufanya a different course in maybe alisikia pays more. You actually reason parents wanasema, hey, go do this course because of what? Money.
But you can find you do that course and then at the end you actually don't end up in the job that.
Yeah, see, even the benefit will turn out.
If you can follow what he said first, do it. You can quit. Do something else. Okay, I've seen people like doing the course and then they start looking for a job and then it's not there. They go for another thing. You know, this life you must survive. If you sit there, no one will come and push you. You push yourself because that's your life. You draw the picture of what you want and how you want to live your life with your offspring. If you don't want your offspring to suffer the way you suffer, you must move on no matter what.
And now look at this. We have parents here, right?
Yeah.
And maybe even watching at home. And these are parents who did not make it. Okay? Then they're like, my son, do this for us. We did not.
You teach them. You teach them. You sit down with them. You can't go riff-raff with the parents. You sit them down, or maybe they decided, maybe in some circumstances, you can find they're not like undergraduates like necessarily. Then they got out of school because maybe they walipatana na your dad in campus. Let's raise this child. And they're not down. They went to school, they passed through high school. Waliingia sawa wakakuwa undergraduates, it's okay. You sit down with them and teach them. You open the phone, like, this is what's happening out here. And if you can't deal with this, then what exactly was slaps cover, but at the end of it all, they're still okay. They will sit down with you and come back and be like, you know what, okay, tell us what you were saying.
Yeah, I think that is reasonable.
That's true. They're gonna figure you slaps cover. What were you saying?
Because if you induct them seriously and they start seeing sense, they will be like,
yes, when you're serious.
Yeah.
But then
But
this is unique.
let me tell you, sisi kama youth I remember back then in high school, it was a game to our parents. Remember, hey, there is this stuff inahitajika shule, save this and this. So kama your parent is maybe an undergraduate or maybe not that learned, na amekwambia to go and do this course, okay? And to that person who is not wise enough to understand, unapata hapo ile situation yako, I didn't want to do this, but mom and dad forced me to do this. So because I'm in this particular situation, I'm going to take advantage of everything because si anajua maparo wake ni naiba, I understand anything kuhusu maybe aliyokosea anafanya. Hey mom, send me this stuff. Mom, anataka hii stuff shule. Mom, anataka hii stuff shule.
See, as long as at the end of it all you don't let them down.
No,
but that's bad. That's bad.
Okay, let me say this.
But for
okay, let me say this. First of all, there's this thing called fear. You feel like, now if I go to my mom or my dad, maybe where some parents, the fathers are like the lions in the house. When you just hear your dad roar,
wow,
you just feel like, no, I can't face my dad in this situation. And they're like, no. There's this called fear. If you can't face them directly, use someone. Actually, you can't be that closer to your dad or your mom, but there's someone in the family. Because I always believe there's someone in the family who always hears And you can talk to that person to go and express it to them. You know, at times it's hard for them to believe you. Maybe let's say, for example, they're not learned completely. Because you have like some parents are not learned, only one is learned and then the other one is not. You know, in that kind of situation, you just use someone.
Yeah.
Because I believe if at all he or she can't hear you, this person I'm scared.
That's
But then you
absolutely
that
true.
atakukata and then akata is someone else. How? It's kama tu kitu yake iko mbaya, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm picking it from what she said. Use someone. It actually works. Okay, driving out of this conversation. So for example, I have a nose piercing. That I tried convincing my mom, please, I just need this piercing. She's like, you have like 5 piercings right now. What's the other piercing for? I used the sister. Then the sister talked to my mom and it actually worked. You see, you use people, you know, God, the way God uses people. The same way you use someone.
Yeah.
Even if it's the best friend of your mom or your sibling, the youngest sibling when you want to skizwa.
Yeah. You look at the bond and you don't, oh my, hey, this one, you don't just pick anyone.
Eventually they'll be like, but are you sure you're supposed to be
Are you sure?
And then they care about
oh no, this is what this one works, and then it depends also with the relationship with the person. Huwezi peleka tu mtu yeyote pale. Angalau tunapeleka kwa mzazi. Wewe unaweza fukuzwa.
Okay guys, that's the first part of the discussion of today, and we've talked about basically most of the things that you as a youth outside there should decide on the angle of career decision, and understand that making decision also haikuangi poa na make decision wakati you're in the unstable mood. Okay, remember moods like negative mood go hand in hand with a fixed mindset, and your thinking is affect mtu vibaya sana. And also before to cut off, just make sure you comment hapo kwa comment section utuambie ni nini unafikiria about everything with career decision, and we'll be back with some more information. Thank you.